Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
So, boss, speaking of cows
Yes.
and cattle and bulls and steers and heifers, I'm sure there's others.
Yeah.
Let's find out from the expert,
All right.
Drew Gaffney, with the Burwell and Broken Bow livestock markets. Drew, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Pretty darn good. I have to tell you, over the years, Drew, listening to guys like you do market updates and reports, you know, I've tried to learn things like soft mouth and some of those terms that you guys just, you know, don't even think about. But some of them are a little confusing to us regular folks.
Yeah.
But not to you, right?
No.
So how's it going out there?
Maybe we could someday have a little longer stretch in our interview here, and I could go over some of those terminologies with you. We could get some of that straightened out.
Hey,
Well, that
that'd
would be great. You know, we had some help years and years ago, but any help we had, I've forgotten. So yeah, if you could sometime we'll make time, and you can just go through some of those terms for us, so we have a better understanding what some of that means for us guys.
Right. Well, some of those terms actually worked good when I was in college too, going to the bars.
Soft mouth, maybe. Yeah, yeah. Oh golly. So how's things at the barns?
Doing good. Last week we had two big days, Broken Bow and Burwell both. Broken Bow had a big weigh-up special. High-yielding cows was $95 to $1.08. Next cut of those cows, medium-type cows, was $85 to $94.75. Poor and full cows were around $80 to $84.75. Heiferettes was $98 to $1.56.50, and those butcher bulls were $98 to $1.37.5. Called that market fully steady, maybe a couple bucks higher on the bulls and heiferettes. I do want to encourage or put a bug in all the producers' ears. Really be thinking about getting those bulls soundness checked for breeding season. We've had a pile of those bulls come in the last couple of weeks that failed their breeding exam tests, and just want to make producers aware of that, so they're ahead of the curve on that one. Back on Friday, we had a big day over in Burwell. Had a lot of bred heifers, bred cows, bred heifer pairs, cow-calf pairs. And I'll give you a little recap of what we got done there. In the heifer pair division, we had one pot load of black first calf heifer pairs bring 27 1/4, and we had one pot load of red Angus first calf heifers bring 2,700 even. We had some 3 and 4 year old cow calf pairs, black Angus pairs bring 2,600, and then we got over into the bred stock division, and we had some April calving bred heifers bring 23 1/2. We had some young bred April calving cows bring 17 1/4 up to $2,000, and then we had some solid mouth cows bred for April breeding, brought $1,400 to $1,900, and then we had some short term broken mouth bred cows for April calving bring $1,275 to $1,500. That's kind of how we operated last week. This week, got two big days again back in Broken Bow and Burwell. Got weigh-up cows starting at 8 there in Broken Bow, and then we're going to be right into those grass calf and feeder cattle auction starting at 11:30. Got a really nice run of those there in Broken Bow on Thursday. A lot of light green grass-type calves if you're looking for those. And then back on Burwell on Friday, we got a big run of grass calves and feeders, looking at about 3,000 head there. If you got any questions, give me a call, 308-872-1105. Just a note of interest, we are going to have a cow-calf video pair and bred cow auction, and cow-calf pairs live at the barn in Broken Bow on the 6th. If you got any interest in that sale or want us to come take a look or kind of give you an idea what these markets are doing, like I said, give us a call, 872-1105.
Thanks a lot, Drew. Look forward to your next report.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yep, take care. All right, thanks, Drew. Broken Bow Burwell Livestock Market. We appreciate those reports every day, every week, and I know they're out working every day with you folks out there to make sure you get the best price possible for your livestock when you put it on the block. All right, school lunch menus. I want to talk a little bit, first of all, about the Prairie Pioneer Center. Got a call from the center earlier this morning, and I'm glad they called. They posted this on Sandhills Express, but I never would have checked this morning. So what a great idea to call in, because they are closed today at the Prairie Pioneer Center due to illness. So the Prairie Pioneer Center is closed today, and we'll let you know about tomorrow. If we don't hear from them, we'll assume they're open. But the Prairie Pioneer Center is closed today.
All right. Some of the school lunch menus, Gothenburg today showing chicken nuggets, fiestada, and pizza on the menu today at Gothenburg.
At Thedford today, they're having tater tot casserole.
Some of your choices at Cozad today will include pork tacos, sloppy joes, and popcorn chicken munchables at Cozad today.
At Broken Bow, they're having beef taco in a bag, crispy chicken sandwiches, spicy chicken sandwiches, cottage cheese and fruit platter. The Grilled Station combo features crispy chicken sandwich basket and roasted chicken and cheese sandwiches, along with vegetables, fruit, and milk at Broken Bow today.
Loop City today, popcorn chicken or flying saucers on the menu today at Loop City.
At Ansley, it's chicken fajitas, fruit, vegetables, and milk at the Ansley schools.
And at Litchfield today, looks like they're serving fajitas at Litchfield today.
Anselmo Myrna, beef taco in a bag, crispy chicken sandwiches, spicy chicken sandwiches, fresh baked turkey and cheese subs, vegetables, fruit, desserts, and milk at Anselmo Myrna today. Those are your school lunch menus. We'll have those again for you tomorrow on a Wednesday. This is Tuesday, right?
It is,
All
yes.
right. Okay, we're going to play the game, and I have a question
All right,
that
good.
we're going to ask.
All right.
What year, because we've been talking about this here lately,
Okay.
can't believe it, how fast time flies, but what year did your locally owned homegrown radio station begin at KCNI?
Oh,
And
wow.
we're talking KCNI.
Okay.
What year did the station go on the air?
All right.
It's Tumbleweed Day today, so
It is.
we have a tumbleweed meal certificate if you answer correctly. And give us a call at 872-2801.
The Tumbleweed Cafe continues to be a staple for the community by offering up their delicious daily specials and home-cooked meals. Beginning April 1st, please take note of their new hours. They will be open 6 a.m. to 4 p.m., 7 days a week. Carmen and the crew are excited to continue their same great customer service and will be announcing new and exciting things very soon. Tumbleweed will have new hours beginning April 1st, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. The Tumbleweed Cafe on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
And we have Billy on the line. Good morning, Billy.
How are you doing, Dave?
Doing well. I wanted to let you know, Billy, that I have all of your prizes at my house. And
Okay.
when you talk to my wife, Joan, I know you give her a call a few times a week. You know, you could set up a time to where maybe you guys could get together and get those passed your way. Would that work?
Maybe I can come over and visit you guys.
Well, that'd be a great idea. You could come
visit
over.
you and Brent, and then we could talk all the sports we want to talk about.
Oh, I
Well,
love that idea.
I think Brent would like that.
So I was going to guess the answer to that question.
Okay.
It's got to be to the 1950s. I'm saying between 52 and 55. I'm going to guess 1952.
Well, you're close, Billy. It was sooner than that.
Okay.
Yeah. It was actually, I'm going to just tell you, it was 1949, September of 1949, I believe. And so that means next year it will be Casey and I's 75th anniversary, which,
So are you going to have a big party next year?
well, it just seems like we had one, but it was the 70th. So, yeah, we'll probably be doing something or giving some prizes away or something like that. So, yeah, be listening for that. What have you been up to? You've been going to any?
Well, I got to ask you guys a question.
Okay.
Who is going to win the NCAA basketball championship?
I'll
I
leave
know
that to
who's going
Brent.
to win, but who do you guys think is going to win it?
Okay, so the question is who do I think is going to win it, not who do I want to win it, right?
Yeah, who do you think's going to win it?
I think UConn's going to win it.
Yeah, that's my opinion. 'Cause
Yeah.
the way they've been playing, Brett and Dave, there's nobody that can touch them. I mean, I've never seen them play a better game than Saturday when they beat Gonzaga. They
Yeah.
shut Timmery down. They shut him down.
They did, yeah. They've been playing really good in the tournament.
And they play good defense, and I like it when they move their feet. I mean, they move their feet. I mean, they don't let you drive to the basket. So, Brent, Dave, are you ready for pro baseball to start?
Yes, we both are. You bet. Baseball makes us think summer's here, so you bet. And we're getting ready and getting excited about, I know you are too, the Legion baseball program in the area.
Oh, yeah, because me and Paul, I still got a pitch count that Paul gave me. Mm-hmm. And I still got it, and I am ready for it to start. But your wife, Joan,
Yes.
doesn't like the pitch clock rule in pro baseball. She doesn't like it because she said that she could watch a baseball game for 3 hours and stuff like that.
Doesn't bother her, does it?
No, it does not.
Yeah, I think a lot of
And
people.
It doesn't bother me either, but Brad, I got to ask you about the Cubs. How are they going to be this year?
Well, Billy, we haven't played a game yet, so I believe we're going to win the World Series. That's what I believe. No, we'll be better. We will be. We'll be better. Our lineup is better. I think our pitching will be a little bit stronger, and hopefully we can make a run to the playoffs.
Yeah, because Dansby Swanson's playing with them.
He is.
And I don't know who else is playing with them, but he's one of them because he played with the Braves.
Yep.
Now he's playing with the Cubs, and I bet you're happy about that.
I'm very happy about that.
All right, well, you guys have a good day, and you guys don't work too hard today.
All right, Billy.
Thanks, Billy.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Always good to hear from Billy. 7:43 is our time. We have guests coming in today. We'll be visiting with Mark Stock a little bit later on. We expect probably Logan in from Aeroseed here in just a little bit. Also, Team Physical Therapy on our guest list today, and Off-Broadway Assisted Living, and I'm very excited about having them in today.
Are you now?
Yes, it's National Hot Tub Day.
Oh, is it now?
Yes.
Oh, well.
So I would like to discuss that issue with Jody and Jessica. I know they want to talk about it.
Yes, I'm sure they do.
So it's a big day for
Yeah.
people who have hot tubs.
Wow, National Hot Tub Day.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. It's also, if you're interested, and I hope you are, National Weed Appreciation Day. Now, not I'm talking about, weeds, kind of noxious weeds.
Okay.
Not-
That's I was going to ask you to clarify.
Not Colorado weed.
Okay. Really, we are to appreciate the noxious weeds?
Yeah, today's a celebration of all weeds that ruin your nice lawn.
Oh.
But they could be useful. They might be a bit unsightly, but some of them, and we'll underline some of them, can be used as food or even medicine.
Oh.
And for instance, dandelions are good flowers for birds. They like to eat them. And the leaves are used to make tea and wine. And so those are some uses for dandelions. If you don't mind, they actually, it's kind of one of those things in the eye of the beholder. When they pop up and they're bright yellow in spring, it kind of lets you know it's spring, and they're kind of pretty, but they'll take over. But you can make yourself a pot of tea out of them and enjoy some tea or feed the birds. As I mentioned, it's National Hot Tub Day, and we'll get to that with the ladies when they come in from Off-Broadway. One of my favorite days of the year, since I've learned to love cats, since Willow and Crystal came along. I've learned to appreciate cats where I wasn't able to before, but they've made me see the light. And I actually talked with some veterinarians about that at the chamber banquet, and they were happy to know that I'd turned the corner on cats.
Oh,
And if you folks out there are having trouble loving cats, just get a couple that are super talented, great athletes, good-natured. It'll turn the corner for you, too. Anyway, it's Respect Your Cat's Day. Celebrate your feline friends before they kill you in your sleep.
yikes.
Fun facts for cats. 2/3 of Americans say they'd rather spend a day alone with their cat than with other members of their family. I don't know what that says about society, but 2/3 of Americans say, they'd rather be with the cat than Uncle Jim. 83% of Americans take naps with their cats. They're good at
How
that.
high? What? 83%
Yeah.
take a nap with their cat.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
I think the reason is it's a mutual thing. They like your heat. The one thing you need to remember about cats, and I think most people know this, is it's really all about them. They're not like a Labrador who wants to make you happy and is just thrilled to be around you. They want to use you for things. Food, heat, a soft pillow.
So you're saying cats are selfish?
They are selfish.
Okay.
They're just that way.
All right.
But you have to respect them for that. They make no bones about it. They go about their business watching out for themselves. And when they sleep with someone, maybe they get up on their chest while somebody's snoring. You get snoring and purring together. It's a beautiful sound. 4 out of 10 Americans say their cats understand them better than their human friends. Now, to me, that sounds like they need some better friends because as I mentioned, cats really are all about themselves. And if you can respect that, you probably like cats. They'll come to you when they want petted. They'll come to you when they want warmth. They'll come to you when they want food. They'll come to you. Sometimes they don't even know why. But it's only about what they're looking for. It's not to make you happy. As soon as you understand that with a cat, you're good to go.
Okay. All right.
A very important day, National American Diabetes Association Alert Day. This is the 4th Tuesday in March, and they do this every year. The disease impacts more than 34 million Americans. That's about 10% of the U.S. population. And I bet you know somebody that is fighting diabetes. It's something that we keep thinking they're going to come up with a medical cure for, but they're making improvements, and certainly the testing procedures for people to test their blood sugar has improved dramatically, and hopefully they'll continue to make progress there. But it's a tough one, and people struggle with it, and it can cause kidney failure, nerve damage, and blindness even if it gets far enough away from people. So a good day to think about your friends and neighbors who may be struggling with that. Also, birthdays. Lady Gaga today, celebrating her birthday.
Does it mention what Lady Gaga's real name is?
Stephanie Gramata.
Okay.
Germanotta.
Oh. I always wondered never knew what her real name was.
Germanata is the way I'd say it.
Okay.
But,
And her first name is Stephanie?
Stephanie.
Or Steph?
You can call her Steph if you
Okay.
feel you're close to Lady Gaga. She is 37 today. Reba McEntire is 68 today.
Wow. Happy birthday, Reba.
Had her first album in 1977, and she's had more than 36 number one singles, not to mention other singles as well. She also acts on Broadway and started her own sitcom, which many of you probably have watched, and she is in the Country Hall of Fame already. Cheryl Salt James, I don't know if that rings a bell for you, Brent. I thought it would. She's 54 today. She is a rapper-songwriter.
Oh.
She was 1/3 of the popular...
Oh, Salt and Pepper?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And James Atkin is 54. He's unbelievable. Atkin was the lead singer and frontman for the early 90s band EMF.
Oh.
Means nothing to probably either one of us in this room, but some of you out there may know James Atkin and probably do. So those are some of the birthdays today.
Okay.
And that's what I have so far. On the bad news side of things, another shooting yesterday in Tennessee at a Christian school in Nashville. Happened yesterday morning. 3 9-year-old students and 3 staff members of the Covenant School were killed, according to police, with 2 assault rifles and a handgun by a former student of the school. What is going on in this world? What do we need to do to get this fixed? There's got to be some action taken of some kind. We can't have our kids going to schools and not knowing whether they're going to come back after they go to school. And it could happen anywhere. There's an example.
Yeah.
Little church Christian school in Nashville. You wouldn't think that would happen, but it did. And it could happen in any of our communities. We've got to make some changes in our social attitude, and some things out there need to be done. And it's just awful when you hear about 9-year-old kids going to school and not coming home to their parents because somebody shot them. It's just ridiculous.
Tragic.
It's terrible. Unfortunately, I think that happens about every 2 days here in the United States. That is crazy. And I guess one of the questions you have to ask is, it doesn't happen that way in other countries. I mean, they have a few, but not one every 2 or 3 days. It's just gotten out of hand. I don't know whether we're broken socially or what it is, but it's not a happy thought. But it's something maybe we should take a look at and think about once in a while. It is 7:51.51. By the way,
51.51.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's an exact time.
you know, we've been getting along pretty good as neighbors lately. I did think over the weekend that you might just come over and help me paint the bedroom upstairs.
I didn't know you needed help
Well,
painting.
I just thought as a neighbor you would kind of know.
What am I supposed to have? Like ESP?
Didn't you see?
Knowing exactly what you're doing and you might need help? Reach out.
Well, I kind
I'm
of
happy to come over and help. Although I was busy Saturday. I wouldn't have helped you Saturday.
see.
Sunday was basketball. I wouldn't have wanted to miss the Creighton game. So, yeah, you're probably right. I wouldn't have helped you anyway.
Oh boy. Well, you know, we could get a lot done in our neighborhood if you think about it. Because we have Grant lives across the street in the apartment house. Larry lives across the street. Larry Cotner lives across the street in the apartment house. You live across the street. I live across the street. That's four of us that work together.
Yeah.
Well, now, I would think we could get together and paint the upstairs bedroom in the Bernie house.
Really? You think so?
Wait a minute.
I would help you paint. Are you painting this weekend?
No.
Okay.
And I'm thinking this over.
Now, I don't mind. I can help paint. It's the prep and the cleanup I don't want to help with.
I know.
I mean, I'll take a roller and, help you throw some paint on the wall, but oh man, that prep and that cleanup. Ugh.
Yeah. Fortunately, my wife has a system that works very well. When you still have painting to do, if you have a roller and a paintbrush that you're going to normally the paintbrush is washed out. But if you're just going to take a break, you wrap them
Tinfoil?
tinfoil or like sandwich wrap.
Oh, yeah.
And put them in the fridge.
Oh, in the fridge.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they don't.
Now, does the paint smell kind of go around the fridge? Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, do your apples and your vegetables start taking on the smell of paint?
I can't really say that I've noticed that.
Okay. All right.
So the answer to that is I don't believe so.
Okay.
But, I was thinking about having the four of us get together to paint a bedroom. I think that would be a helter-skelter.
I was going to say,
that would be a mess.
Yeah.
I don't think we want to go there.
Four radio guys paint. Yeah. I don't know if it would work.
I don't know either. Let's talk about the tumbleweed. We just gave away, we didn't give away a certificate this morning. Billy was close. But we do want to remind you that the Tumbleweed Cafe is changing its hours April 1st. And then we also want to tell you there's some new things coming from the Tumbleweed with those changes that you will be excited about.
Indeed. Yes, the Tumbleweed Cafe, of course, continues to be a staple for the community by offering up their delicious daily specials and home-cooked meals. As Dave mentioned, beginning April 1st, they will please take note of their new hours. They will be open 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day, 7 days a week. But again, the new hours beginning April 1st, which is Saturday, right?
Yeah.
They'll be open 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. 7 days a week moving forward. Carmen and the crew are excited to continue their same great customer service, and they will be announcing some new and exciting things very soon. But please take note of their new hours beginning April 1st, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day at the Tumbleweed Cafe on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
Did your wife Shelley make any comments about our music selections yesterday?
No, I don't think she did. I don't even know if she was able to listen.
Able to hear.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably good.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know. How about your wife? Did she? Joan had to. Joan's got to be a fan of "Don't Roller Skate in a Buffalo Herd."
Oh boy, I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't know. You know what is scary? Neither one of our wives complimented or criticized, and that's almost worse.
you
when
think?
they don't say anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I was okay with it.
Well, me too. I think
Yeah.
hopefully people enjoyed something a little different. That's what we try to do here on the Breakfast Show, not get you in a rut every day.
We were getting requests though. I think
Yeah.
people got into it. Yesterday was what, quirky country song title
Titles.
day.
Requests all the way from Nashville, Tennessee
Yeah.
yesterday. Well, I don't know what's going on with Arrow Seed. They hardly ever miss, but we don't have them in yet, so
Okay.
we're running out of time. So
Well, would you like me to fill?
well, I wondered if we could talk a little bit about Ansley Lumber and Supply.
Well, let's do.
in Ansley, America.
Okay. Great store.
Oh, great people.
Hey, speaking of paint,
Yeah.
they got a paint sale going on, Bernie.
Well, that's great because it's springtime.
It is. So if you're looking for paint to paint your bedroom or whatever, here you go. Check out their post sale going on at Ansley Lumber. They're selling posts on sale too. With purchase of 2 or more bundles, you'll receive 5% off. That's cash or check only. So check out their post sale going on at Ansley Lumber. With purchase of 2 or more bundles, you'll receive 5% off. That's cash or check only. Their paint sale does continue while supplies last, taking 20% off select Benjamin Moore paints right now. Flat, eggshell, semi-gloss, Regal Select Pearl, Ben Exterior Low Luster, and Ben Exterior Soft Gloss. Give them a call at 935-1815 or just stop by Ansley Lumber and Supply. They're locally owned and operated right there in downtown Ansley. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, open on Saturdays from 8 until noon at Ansley Lumber.
Tell them the Breakfast Show sent you. Now, that's another thing, too, talking about painting. We got about a minute here.
Yeah, sure.
So you find out that in the basement
Okay.
or in the garage, you have 10 or 12 cans of paint that didn't get used on the last several projects.
Sure.
And you could utilize that paint if it's still not, it's not all dried up, right?
Yeah. Mm.
And you could probably combine some of those paints together to make a unique color.
Oh, wow. Okay, do your own mixing.
So if you're doing some painting over at your place, we've got a whole bunch of cans in the basement. If you want to make a custom color for your painting, just let us know, and we'll bring the cans over. I'll bring them over and put them on your porch.
No, well, I'm sure you would.
I think there's about
Yeah.
12 to 20 cans of paint.
Yeah,
You could make something fabulous out of that.
Yeah, sounds like. Yeah, no thanks.
Just trying to be a good neighbor.
Yeah, well, appreciate the offer. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. Sometime during the show today, we're going to be saluting another business that's been in the area for this time around 25 years. And again, this is through the Chamber of Commerce, Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce's nice booklet that they had at the recent Chamber banquet. And today we'll be talking about the Wholeness Healing Center, PC. And they've been around serving this area for 25 years. It's 8 o'clock. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. An investigation is underway into yesterday's deadly shooting at the Covenant Christian School in Nashville that took the lives of 3 9-year-olds and 2 adults. Police shot and killed the suspect, a 28-year-old former student. Police Chief John Drake tells CBS Mornings.
There's possibly some resentment for having to go to that school. There's a connection with that family. Right now, I can't go deeply into that.
At least 39 migrants have died in a fire at a facility in Ciudad Juarez. KDBC TV's Ariana Parra from the border in El Paso.
Authorities do say that the fire happened after over 70 migrants were picked up from the streets in the city. El Diario reports many people were taken to 4 nearby hospitals by the Mexican Red Cross.
The U.S. has just issued sanctions in connection with last week's attacks on a coalition military base that killed an American contractor in northeastern Syria. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, Lincoln police arrested a woman after they say she intentionally hit and killed 2 men with her car Monday afternoon. Police were called to an area near the Lodge Apartments near 48th Street and Nebraska Parkway around 1:22 p.m. on a report of 2 pedestrians hit by a car. Police arrived and found the 2 men in their 40s deceased. Lincoln Police Chief Teresa Ewens said a 27-year-old woman purposely located 2 men in a grassy area of a parking lot and hit them both with her vehicle. She was arrested near the scene and is facing 2 counts of second-degree murder. Police have not released the suspect's name, but the police chief said the suspect lives at the Lodge Apartments. Police are currently interviewing witnesses to determine a motive. Chief Ewens said the situation is more complex than one would think. According to the Lincoln Police Department, there is an ongoing public safety concern. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL, where Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson announced on Twitter Monday, quote, "As of March 2nd, I have requested a trade from the Ravens organization," end quote. Ravens head coach John Harbaugh said at the owners' meetings that he loves Lamar and is still planning on building the team's offense around him. NBA games of note, the Nuggets were hosting the 76ers. Supposed to be a battle of the top 2 MVP candidates, Joel Embiid for Philadelphia and Nikola Jokic for Denver, but Embiid took the night off, so Jokic goes for a triple-double, 25 points, 17 rebounds, 12 assists, and his Nuggets beat the 76ers 116-111. The Kings were going to snap the longest streak of missing the playoffs, 16 years, longest of any North American sports franchise, but they lost at home to the Timberwolves 119-115, so that's on hold for at least one more game. Bucks beat the Pistons 126-117. Milwaukee, league best 54-21 on the season. Mavericks beat the Pacers 127-104. Knicks knock off the Rockets 137-115.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Cloudiness in the area early today. Plenty of sunshine for this afternoon. Highs top out near 50 degrees. Winds turn to the west-southwest, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Higher gusts possible. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy. Lows drop to 20. Winds turn to the east-northeast, 5 to 15. Higher gusts remain possible. And then Wednesday, partly sunny and breezy with highs approaching 41. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Phil Jensko.
Gary Superfoods invites you to explore their aisles holding these deals and many more. Chairman's Reserve Premium Boneless Pork Sirloin Chops are just $2.39 a pound, and USDA Choice Sirloin Tip Roast is $4.99 a pound. Start your day with select General Mills cereals at 2 for $6. Our family shredded or chunked cheeses are only $1.99 each. For your pasta night, Cremette pastas and Cremette egg noodles are 2 for $4. For a quick snack, Cheez-Its are 2 for $5. And don't forget to check out their new sushi selections. Gary's Superfoods on South B Street in Broken Bow.
Paid for by Science Moms. New federal legislation provides financial incentives to accelerate the transition to clean energy. Science Moms, a nonpartisan group of climate scientists, is starting a conversation on how clean energy can protect your kids' health and slash your energy bill. Dr. Joellen Russell, science mom and professor at the University of Arizona in the Department of Geosciences.
Science moms are here to start cleanversations. Moms, dirty energy is harming our kids' health, while safe, clean energy is abundant. Now is the time to act and protect our kids from toxic fumes on diesel school buses and heat-trapping gases that make extreme weather events worse. Don't miss out on the thousands of dollars available to your household and community to make the switch to clean energy today. It's never been easier or more affordable to save our kids' future.
To learn more about the steps you can take, visit ScienceMoms.com.
8:05, 15 degrees outside, a sunny sky, winds northwest but light so far. Barometric pressure's up 1 point at 30.35, humidity at 91%. High temperature yesterday 39 with an overnight low of 14. Sunset today at 7:58, sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:28. 22 hundredths precipitation measured so far this month, and actually we're looking at the end of the month. Getting very close to the end of March 2023. Brent and Dave with you here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on this Tuesday morning. Good to have you along. Let's talk a little bit about Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, Nebraska, in that historic, renovated, beautiful facility that is so active and has so many good things going on.
It does indeed, and they are encouraging you to hop in to Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts because they have spring and Easter sale going on. Get ready for spring and Easter with 25% off spring items and spring home decor. They also remind you that they carry a great selection of Easter basket gifts for the kids, too. Savings are good now through April 1st, so take advantage of that going on this week at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, the historic destination barista bar and gift shop in Arnold, Nebraska. Make sure you follow them on Facebook, too, to keep up on all the latest happenings at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, where coffee with a friend is always a good idea. At Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, open on Saturdays from 9 to 3.
I love the morning show.
Wake up with us. We sound way better than this. Casey and I, KBBN Radio.
Sun Valley Landscaping is ready for the sunny season. Plants in the ground, bright blue skies, and dirt between your fingers. Start spring with hanging basket and succulent classes. All classes are just $40. Visit Sun Valley Landscaping LLC on Facebook to learn more. For those 21 and older, check out plant and sip hanging basket classes April 5th and succulents on the 6th. To sign up, call Chas at 308-325-7070. Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley.
What's better than free? Nothing. Free is the best, and Bruning Bank has the perfect account for students and young adults getting started. With Bruning Bank's free checking account, you get all the perks with no pressure, no monthly service fees, no minimum balance, and you have access to online banking, bill pay, and mobile banking, and all services are mobile banking offers. Are you ready to get started with better banking? Visit us in person, online at bruningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN Radio.
8:08 is your time as we have our first guest in the studio. And I'm just going to turn this over to Brent Apperson because I just think he is better fit to talk about being fit.
Yeah, I was going to say better fit. That's, yeah, I don't know about that. Rachel is here from Team Physical Therapy.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
You just got to take it and run with it.
Okay.
He says you're better fit, take it and run with it.
I will. Yeah. Look at who he's comparing me to, though. Sorry.
No problem.
I shouldn't have said that. That was terrible.
You hurt my feelers.
I know I did. I'm sorry. Apologize for that.
Right in front of our guest.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah,
How you been?
We've been trying to switch out some different people, introduce all different therapists to you guys. So it's been a little while since I've been able to be in here, but it's been good.
Well, it's been good for us and our listeners to get to know your staff because I know that I think even continues to grow, and a big reason for that is your business continues to grow, and I know that you guys stay real busy.
Yeah, we try to. I mean, we have great community support, and I don't know that we can ever say thank you enough to our communities for supporting us, even with some quote unquote extracurriculars that we do and whatnot. So we feel pretty blessed to be in these communities, but we try to stay busy. Unfortunately, that means typically people are hurting and need us. But
that's kind of the bad thing about what you guys do, right? Because if you're staying busy, that means people, like you said, are hurting or trying to rehab from surgeries or whatever they might have going on.
It's always comical. Every now and then you'll get a patient, hey, how are you doing today? They'll be like, well, I'm here, aren't I? And I'm like, touche, but let's change that around a little bit.
There you go. I'm sure that is a rewarding aspect of what you do, though, when someone comes in and they've got a problem, they're hurting, so you get them on a plan, you work with them, you encourage them, and then you see them get better. That's got to be a rewarding part of the work.
Recently I was asked from a college student to describe my job and some thought-provoking questions as they're looking into what jobs they want to pursue, and that is easily the first pro that I list is developing that relationship with the patient, and at the end of the day you both get to win. You set the goals together specific to the patient. It's not like I have to meet some sort of benchmark for somebody else. It's what does the patient want? And then we work together to get it done. And that is super rewarding.
Yeah.
Now, if we could just get rid of that documentation and insurance part, that'd be great. But I've been strongly advised that we cannot get rid of that.
That is a part of it, isn't
it?
Yeah. Was there a certain topic of conversation that you wanted to talk about today, or
not necessarily. I know we got both on the national level and the local level spring sports. We've got March Madness finishing up, which has been really exciting, I think, this year to watch. If you have a bracket that hasn't been busted, you should document it and somehow get paid for it. But definitely with track season, it's so tough at the beginning of track, just because of our weather and trying to get proper warm-ups and whatnot. So just a little plug to all our area athletes. Get those good warm-ups in before you start going 100% during practice, because now's the tricky part where we need to not strain anything so we can really perform by the end of the season.
And I would think that warm-up part and even the cool-down part when you're done is very important. Not just with track, but even if you're trying to get back out and start walking again on some nicer days, because this temperature drop and then raise, this is crazy. Thursday is what, in the 60s? And then Friday you've got, I don't even think we're going to see 40 on Friday.
See, I've got a small problem where if you give me a 70-degree day, I expect summer from here on
Exactly.
out.
You expect a 70-degree day to follow, don't you?
And I believe we had a 70-degree day somewhere in February.
We did.
And I have been denied summer for about a month now. I think I live in the wrong area for that.
Yeah.
But, and I think I've even had a few patients who, the Melham Park has been really popular. We've been up there walking. I've seen a bunch of people walking. We're getting out of our hibernation phase. And we don't technically hibernate, but when we live in the Midwest, you do hibernate in the winter. Yeah. You don't get outside as much, and then all of a sudden now we're going to turn around and we've got that itch to get outside and get moving, which is wonderful. We should do that, but also be kind to your body and kind of phase into things. So do me a favor, skip your 5-mile run today and just ease into it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rachel. I feel so much better now. I woke up this morning going, man, I wish I had an excuse not to do my 5-mile run later today. And
no, I said ease into it, not skip it altogether.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Sorry about that. But yeah, the warm up, the cool down, and I'm guessing that you probably can give people advice on how to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So.
That's a great part is just like we were talking about earlier, is phasing in and identifying those goals. And then we want to teach you, okay, how do we get there without injuring yourself? And then when you get there, we're going to teach you, okay, if you want to go further, if you want to progress, here's how you would do that. So,
I don't think we talk about this maybe enough, but we're always talking about obviously the physical aspect of it with physical therapy, but there's a big mental aspect to it too, isn't there? And I'm guessing that you guys deal with that a lot too.
Yeah.
Trying to be an encourager and dealing with the mental part of going through therapy.
Yeah, and I think anytime you're in pain, especially if you're in a lot of pain, even if you get over that pain, there's sometimes that fear of if the pain will come back. And sometimes the biggest hurdle is not being fearful of movement and fearful that that's going to return. So a lot of times too, we can help you with that acute phase where things are aggravated or something's really painful, but then show you, no, your body can do this, or okay, we fixed this, or we've strengthened that. Now go out and move, because our bodies do better when we're moving. We see it in the hospital. We see patients do better when they're up and moving. We see it even just like in a workforce setting, like standing desks have become all the rage now just because it's a different position. So, we see it in our kids, although they love recess, there is a purpose to recess. Those kids need to burn some energy.
Yeah.
Bless our teachers' hearts.
Yeah.
Recess is important. And talk to a teacher. Their worst day, I think, is indoor recess.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I remember that even when I was a kid. You could just tell that when the teachers
teacher
had to stay, when it was a snow day or whatever and the kids couldn't go outside, you could just see it in the teachers' faces like, oh, no, we have to entertain these kids inside.
So, our bodies are meant to move. We feel better when we move. Sometimes getting rid of that fear of movement or addressing that fear of movement can really be a breakthrough for a patient.
Yeah. You guys still take walk-ins and everything? Yep. Fully staffed
we take
to do
walk-ins at all 5 of our locations where I feel like, this is a Jeff question, but I feel like we're well-staffed at every location and whatnot. So if you do want to call and see if there's an appointment available, you can reach us at 308-872-5111. That's our Broken Bow office, but we can get you scheduled at any location.
Okay.
And then we've got locations in Broken Bow, Callaway, Kearney, Burwell, and Gothenburg.
All right, fantastic. Anything else that you wanted to visit about here this morning that maybe we haven't asked you about?
I don't think so. A special congrats. So we did a, just within our company, a bracket challenge.
Oh, yeah?
Shout out to Kyle Lowry at our Kearney location. He won our company bracket challenge.
Oh, wow.
The Final Four hasn't even happened yet, and we already know the winner. So
he must have done really well in the early rounds.
Nobody has any points remaining because everybody's bracket is busted already.
Did anybody get the final? I can't imagine anybody got the Final Four right, but did anybody get the Final Four right?
Kyle was the only one. He picked UConn to go to the Final Four.
Okay.
He's got Houston beating UConn, so we know he doesn't have any points left.
Right.
He was the only one in our whole company to get a Final Four team.
Really, just one? Just pick one of the Final Four? Wow.
Now, had Creighton won, Jeff Denson might have taken away with it because he picked Creighton to win it all.
He did.
I may or may not have mocked him for that in the beginning, and I had to eat my words a little bit because shout out to Creighton, you did great.
Yeah.
So,
and who did you have winning it all?
I picked Gonzaga to win it all, which looked really good until their last game where they just got swamped.
Yeah. UConn's playing really good.
Yeah, they are. I didn't see that one coming, but it's been really entertaining this year, I think. We went into the year truly any team could win. Mm-hmm. And I think we're seeing that now of oh yeah, any team can win because I didn't choose any of these.
yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Tell everybody back there hello from the Breakfast Show. Speaking of that, would you like a sticker?
I would love a sticker.
If you love the Breakfast Show, there you go.
Okay.
There's a sticker for you.
I'll wear that. All my nursing home patients will see it today. They'll love it.
Nice.
That's great.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You bet. Thanks for coming in.
Got some music lined up from Mr. Springsteen for you.
1925. East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
What four letters compete with F-R-E-E? Not very many. Come and see us at Bo Bootery this week and get registered for a free pair of flip-flops from Clark's. If you've seen these before, you know that beautiful colors and fun styles are what they're all about. Spring days, beautiful weather, and adventures call for spring styles. Come and see sandals and more at your home-owned shoe store, Bo Bootery in Broken Bow.
8:26, Mark Stock coming up next. He'll be our guest next, and then I understand that Logan may have just forgot it was Tuesday, and so he'll be in to jump on the air with us here in a little bit, and I'm sure he'll have some information and a possible terrible joke or two. So that's coming up.
Yeah.
Here's Mark Stock.
Well, hello, everybody. We've got a big lineup of land and machinery selling today, plus some livestock this afternoon. We've got 61 acres of Mercer County, Illinois land selling this morning at 10 a.m. 320 acres of Graham County, Kansas land will be selling. This is native grass southwest of Hill City, Kansas. That will be online at 10 a.m. Plus at 12 o'clock noon, 120 acres of Rock Island, Illinois land will be sold to the highest bidder. We've also got some livestock selling this afternoon, folks, at 1 o'clock, some bulls and some cow-calf pairs. So please check out the BigIron.com website for that. At 9 o'clock this morning, Central Time, folks, Martin & Son Farm and Livestock, LLC, out of Franklin, Indiana, will be selling 40 items. A John Deere 7420 mechanical front tractor is their headliner, has 2,061 hours. They've got a John Deere 9430 four-wheel drive tractor. They've got some really nice, well-cared-for equipment. Plus, we've also got a big sale that will take place here for Brandt and Brandt Construction. Their retirement sale out of Halstead, Kansas features 468 items. A lot of Cat construction equipment. They got excavators, dozers, wheel loaders, loader backhoes, trenchers, semis, dump trucks, a lot of shop equipment, some late model Case SV280B skid loaders selling as well. Those items all selling today. Tomorrow, folks, over 2,800 items sell all across the U.S. on BigIron.com. George Shaw Construction, Kansas City, Missouri. They've got 2 John Deere 9630 Scraper Special four-wheel drive tractors. They got 6 John Deere 2112E pull ejection scrapers, plus they got some Cabalco excavators. They've also got some telehandlers, Merle D. Swartz Estates in Tell City, Indiana. Ronald and Kay Burns Trust, their estate sale in Cimarron, Kansas, features a Massey 9795 combine. They also have an MX 285 mechanical front tractor, Rick Wilson Estates in Avoca, Nebraska. That sale on Wednesday features 182 items. They've got Freightliner and Peterbilt dump trucks. They've got a Peterbilt 379 triaxle day cab. It's a 2007-year model. They've got a 2019 Bobcat T870 compact track loader, a 2014 Chevy Equinox LTZ all-wheel drive vehicle, folks, is selling. They've got a 2020-year model side dumper trailer as well. Those items selling in Avoca, Nebraska on Wednesday. The Mike Meinhardt retirement sale is in Walcott, Iowa, 39 items. They've got a John Deere 726 mulch finisher, a John Deere 7520 mechanical front tractor with 1,800 hours. They've got an extra fancy restored John Deere 4020 that you're going to want to take a look at. Kiefer Farm retirement is in Rosholtz, South Dakota. Joey Rittenberry sale by Berna, Kentucky, features Miller and Hagee sprayers. The Haverhalls feedlot retirement sales in Hudson, South Dakota. A 2014 Kenworth feed truck is selling. They got a 2009 International Paystar truck that's got one of these manure spreaders mounted on the back. They have a New Holland LS 180 skidster as well. Fred Charles Winsat is retiring from Whitesville, Kentucky. A 2022 year model John Deere 5100E tractor with a loader. It only has 165 hours on this machine. It's just like new. They've got a 2019 John Deere 560M round baler as well. Ag Partners Co-op Inc. out of Hiawatha, Kansas. They have got some dry tender trucks. They've got some 2020 and 21-year model Heartland triaxle seed and fertilizer trailers. Check that out. Milton Hayes is from Wapello, Iowa, folks. They've got a John Deere 8520T track tractor, a John Deere 4055 mechanical front tractor. That's pretty sharp. A John Deere 9750 combine as well. On SullivanAuctioneers.com here on Wednesday, Roger Henkel's sale is by Graymont, Illinois. They've got some really sharp John Deere 4650 and 4640 tractors. A Kinsey 12-row 30 planter is selling. A very large sale, folks, for Mac Farms, Inc. out of Mount Pleasant, Iowa, on SullivanAuctioneers.com. This sale features Case IH tractors, a 235, a 215, a 200. They've got a Steigert 400 four-wheel drive and a Versatile 435 four-wheel drive. They have 17 collector tractors, including a John Deere 5020, a Versatile 895 and 900. They got 2 International 1456 tractors, some Super MTAs, just to name a few. They've got a 2018 Case IH 7240 combine, a Case SPX 3185 sprayer. They have a John Deere 1770 Series 24-row 30 planter, 2 Case 16-row 30 planters, tillage equipment. They've got trucks and trailers, some late model Chevy and Ford F-150 and 1500 Series pickups. They have a full line of quality farm items, plus they've got some construction equipment, a John Deere 850C dozer, a Case 580E loader backhoe, skid steers and forklifts, UTVs, ATVs, lawnmowers, and shop equipment. Folks, all of this equipment is going to be selling here today and tomorrow on Wednesday, so we encourage you to dial up the BigIron.com site and SullivanAuctioneers.com site, where you can expose your land and your livestock and your equipment if you've got items to sell, or if you're looking for equipment, it's the only place to look because we have such a large variety of equipment, and it's all represented by the owners. And the local reps are the ones that are taking the pictures and doing all the work and getting all this information exposed to you so you can be a bidder with confidence bidding on this equipment that is selling with no buyer's fees. Dial up BigIron.com and SullivanAuctioneers.com for more information. And if you have questions about getting your equipment sold, call us at 800-937-3558.
Taking care of your skin is important, no matter what time of the year it is. Varney Health Mart carries dermatologist-recommended CeraVe products, from moisturizing lotion and cream to facial lotions and skin cleansers. When your skin is looking a little thirsty, bring some relief with the help of your friends at Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Starting May 1st, Varney Health Mart will be open Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, with the drive-thru closing at 5. Saturday hours, 8:30 to 12:30, closed on Sunday.
It's time to celebrate. Custer Floral and Gifts in Broken Bow is turning 40. They're not fooling. April 1st, 1983 was day one. Join them Thursday and Friday 9 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 3. Every lady through the door gets a free carnation. Plus, there will be 3 drawings for $40 gift certificates and delicious baked goods to enjoy. 40% off savings will be marked on gift items, silk flowering bushes, greenery, single stems, cards, candles, and more. Plus 50% off all paper goods. They thank you for your business the past 40 years. Custer Floral and Gifts, north side of the square in Broken Bow.
Dave and Brent.
You two guys.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
8:34, and good morning to Sarah down in Nashville, Tennessee this morning. She's checking in again and dropped us a nice note. And we have Logan in the studio. And Logan, we just want to tell you something. I don't want you to feel bad or embarrassed, because the Breakfast Show team oftentimes just doesn't know what day it is, even what week it is, what time it is, what we're doing. So we're brothers, man.
Well, good. Like I said when I got here, it's not that I forgot. I just didn't remember that it was Tuesday.
I know, but I think anybody out there listening can relate to that. I think anybody out there sure can.
It's the Mondayest Tuesday ever.
Yeah.
and events have something to do with that.
They do. They do. You know, I actually stayed up fairly late last night. You know, my mind was I just couldn't shut my brain off.
Yeah.
Like, do proctologists get butt dialed?
Boy, there's something to ponder.
You know,
this is what you were thinking about last night?
I just, it was just thoughts like that. If a frog parks in the wrong spot, do they get towed? You know?
Yeah.
It's just,
boy, great question.
Well, you went deep last night, didn't you?
Man.
I did.
It's no wonder you didn't sleep.
You should write a book. Logan's Questions to Ponder.
That is true.
Whew.
Oh,
That is
wow.
true.
Oh, wow. Well, we're talking off the air about what we talk around this neck of the woods a lot is the weather. And it got down to 14 this morning for a little while, dipped down to 13. And this is the end of March. So the nights can be 30 or in, 14 or 15 like we had last night. It makes it difficult to kind of get things smoothed out and going, doesn't it?
It does. Lawns right now, I've had a few questions. Well, my lawn just doesn't look very good right now. Well, it's not going to. I don't know how to sugarcoat it, but when it gets this cold at night, nothing's growing. It's still put away for winter. So it's, lawns are going to look pretty tough. So same thing with pastures. Some of them are just barely starting to think about greening up, but for the most part, it's still just too cold.
Yeah. You can see just a little tint of green out there, which is good to see, but it's not going to do much until we get more consistent. I was also, wondering about the frost in the ground. And again, I talked to a gentleman who had been doing some trenching, and I told you that off the air. And he mentioned there's no frost where he was trenching at all, but there wasn't very much moisture very far down either. So right now, when we get this kind of going here in April, we need those April showers.
We do. I actually planted some oats this weekend, and the top few inches was pretty good moisture-wise, but below that was little to nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just powder.
Well, let's hope for the best. We're sitting in a pretty good part of the world, but we do need some rain to get things percolating this spring, no doubt about it.
And along the lines of planting, it's go time right now for oats, especially to get the most forage out of them. With it being this cold, you can get oats in the ground now, and they're probably not gonna, they're not gonna do anything, but they'll be there. It's hard to grow a crop in a bag. So you might as well get it in the ground and capture, it's going to rain in April. Always does, always will. We might not get a lot of rain, but it'll be enough to grow a crop.
To get it started, for sure.
To get it up and going.
Yeah. Well, and coming out of the last year, there's anything you can plant that will grow will be used, right?
Exactly. Take advantage of the spring we're having so far, because we got, a quarter of an inch of moisture in March?
Yeah, so far.
So, that's a quarter inch that can go towards growing some forage for your cattle.
Yeah, yeah. So. And you're set up, you're ready to go for folks. Now, some of them pre-booked, but they can just come in.
Yeah, you can just walk in and get, XYZ. We can sell it to you and get you loaded and on your way.
Okay. Well, we were talking about dandelions earlier this morning. They make great wine, I guess, and the birds like them, but a lot of people don't really care for them in their yard. 5-step program that you offer is the way to get started to take care of that, right?
So you can come on in and sign up for our 5-step program, and you don't have to do all 5 steps, but if you choose to do all 5 steps, great. We can get you on the list, and we send out little postcards like, hey, it's time to come on in and get step number 3 or what have you. But we can tailor that. Maybe you got a new yard that you planted last year and you can't do some of the steps.
Mm-hmm.
We can substitute, or we can say, all right, you're doing step 2, 4, and 5. You don't have to do all of them.
Okay.
So it can be customized.
All right. And some patchy spots that, I don't know, have a spot right by the driveway that's just dirt. There are little clumps of what survived of grass, but then it's just kind of dirt. So I figure I'll probably need to section that off and get some seed in there. What's the best time? I know everybody thinks May is when you plant grass for the lawns. What's the optimum time?
The optimum time is like April 15th to about the first part of May.
Really?
Yep.
So we should be getting our rakes out.
Usually.
Yeah, okay.
Usually. Take that with a grain of salt this year, because it was 15 degrees this morning.
Yeah, that's true.
So don't get in a hurry to plant turf grass, because if we get a couple mild days in a row and it sprouts, then we get 14 degrees at night. I wouldn't have a problem with it because I can just sell you more seed.
Right.
But that's not the route we want to go. We want to see success for our customers, so we don't tell them when to plant unless it's time to plant.
Okay. I don't know if Brent's heard them in the neighborhood, but if our neighborhood is like others, there's a lot of cardinals making noise right now. Have you noticed that?
Not really, but I have noticed a couple cardinals out to my place.
Around our place, get out in the yard and you hear them calling back and forth.
I did see a blue jay in town the other day. That's the first blue jay that I've seen for a couple years, probably.
Okay. So coming out of winter, still got some bird feed that we could be feeding those birds and then draw those finches in and all the different species that are going to migrate through.
Exactly. So it's really cool right now feeding birds because there's so many different ones coming through. And a lot of birds eat insects when it warms up. 14 degrees, not a whole lot of bugs out there yet, which, I mean, that doesn't bother me at all.
Right.
But those birds are looking for some food.
Yeah.
And we've got food for said birds.
All right. Wind chimes and some things like that for the yard as we get out and start working around the house, kind of maybe spruce it up a little bit.
Yep, absolutely. It's been a long, brutal winter.
Yeah. And your wind chimes, by the way, they sound really good, right?
They do. So we've got I think they're Wind River wind chimes, but they're not the tinny, sounds like you're banging up against a grain bin, real thin sheet metal. They're tuned, but they're that thicker steel, that really hollow, deep sound.
Yeah.
They sound good.
Sound good.
And with Nebraska wind, they're not gonna get all dented and banged up because they're made, they're made right, and they're made in the USA.
Fantastic.
So.
All right. I know you're kind of off kilter here. Your days are kind of switched around on you. We understand that. Is there something that we didn't ask you about that you wanted to talk about this morning?
I think we pretty well covered it.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Good Friday is a week from Friday. Do we still plant potatoes on Good Friday? Or
I don't have potatoes in yet.
Oh, you don't?
So they will not ship potatoes. So this is the outfit that we get them from. This is their, they are really good customer service oriented. They will not ship potatoes if there's a chance of them freezing in transit.
That's what I was kind of wondering. Because isn't the old saying
wives' tale is
that you plant potatoes on Good Friday or something?
Yeah, and Good Friday varies by like 4 weeks every year.
Yes,
so
good point.
It's still a little bit early. If you can get a shovel in the ground to plant potatoes right now, more power to you.
I was wondering, with the
but might be a little
the way it is,
might be a little bit difficult. Not only because it's dry, but it's probably pretty frozen.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're still gonna get potatoes in. I hate to break it to you, probably won't be by Good Friday.
Yeah.
Because we have to have a stretch of at least 2 days of not freezing, and I don't know if we've even got that in the month of March yet.
I don't know either. I'd have to look at the chart, but my guess is probably not.
I'm going to say we probably haven't achieved that yet.
Yeah.
So I would expect them to be probably mid-April.
Okay.
And there's nothing worse than mushy seed potatoes.
Yeah.
Because they don't store, they don't grow. You might as well just throw them in the dumpster if they freeze.
Yeah.
And we don't want to do that.
Okay.
So,
Logan, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Hey, I'll try to be on time next week.
Oh, well, we just was worried something happened because you're always so diligent about coming in. So I'm glad your days were just switched around.
Yeah, like I said off the air, it's been one of those mornings where I have to remind myself pants first and then shoes.
We hear you, man. Thanks a lot,
Thanks.
Logan. Beautiful, beautiful sounds. Tedeschi Trucks Band. That one's called Midnight in Harlem. And that's just a great combination of a couple that knows how to get along and how to play music. Hey, happy birthday goes out to Lauren Swoboda. She is 18 years old today.
Nice. And
man.
Can I add to the birthday
Sure,
list?
you bet.
Dylan Brown celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Dylan.
And how old is Dylan today?
Oh, boy, now you're asking me a question I'm not sure about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not sure. I'm guessing 27, maybe.
Well, that's
in that ballpark.
Okay,
Yeah.
Close enough. Close enough. Yeah, Lauren, happy birthday to you, and Dylan, happy birthday to you guys. All right, I had a dream the other night, and I want to go ahead and fulfill this in reality.
Okay. Now, I'm always amazed. We all dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but there are certain individuals that when you dream, and you're one of these, when you dream, you remember your dream and can retell it. I can't. I mean, once in a while I have a dream that I guess I can retell, but my dreams are so weird that I can't retell them. But you're very vivid in your retelling of dreams.
Sometimes. Usually, though, I don't know if the folks out there, I think you can relate to this, but I don't know, from about 3 o'clock in the morning till whatever time I get up, 4:30, 5 o'clock, and sometimes earlier than that, is when the dreams really come on.
Yeah.
You know, that last couple hours before you wake up, or last hour, or I guess even 15 minutes, because dreams are weird at time-wise. But it's usually, I don't know if you have these all the time, folks, but it's something about work.
Oh, yes.
And something that isn't working that you can't fix.
Uh-huh.
And it's the situation where, maybe the screen up there, you can't read it, or you're running some slides on the soundboard and they're not working, or, and you go back over and over again and you think you have it fixed, and then it's not fixed, and the stream goes on and on. So the other day I was dreaming about this microphone over here.
Okay.
And I was thinking, well, how nice it would be, and I've thought about this, but not even in a dream, to not be facing this camera all the time. When we have guests, just have another mic here that I could just sit and talk, because this one you have to kind of lean in. And so I dreamt all about this, and it worked really great. And I'm not sure, but I believe it was the Off-Broadway girls that were in the dream.
Oh.
So I'd like to reenact that today.
Okay.
A dream come true with the Off-Broadway assisted living girls.
Okay.
And, of course, it is National Hot Tub Day.
Yes.
So I'd like to try this additional mic idea when they come in. So
okay.
Maybe I should test it now.
Well, okay. All right. So
I thought.
Dave is testing the other microphone that we have here in the studio.
Need to switch that around this way, I think. Because I'm pretty good with equipment, because I know Bob Westbrook.
Yeah, has Bob given you some tips over the years on how to handle microphones and microphone stands?
He told me, forget about it. You don't know enough to only be dangerous.
What?
It's not going to... Oh, there. Okay, now I'm going to bring it down.
I was going to say, that's up awfully high. Okay, so Dave is readjusting the microphone stand.
All right. And I need it to... There, okay.
Right.
So let's just say that I could look like, and I could turn this this mic off.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right.
Do you have the other microphone on?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
I
Okay.
was going to turn this one off. So I'm off now.
Okay, Dave is off, so kind of the only one you can hear now is me. Good morning.
And there's this one.
There you are.
I got to get it to stay.
Sounds good.
I'm going to have to, because I want to be ready for when the girls come in.
Yeah. Wow. If you're on Facebook Live, folks, you're really in. This has got to be really great. Watch it. Watching a man with 40 years of experience working with microphones trying to get this one to sit just right on the microphone stand. It really is quite entertaining, to be honest with you. I wish I could do play-by-play, but I can't even describe this. I just know that it's been a struggle for Dave to try to get this microphone hooked up properly and to stay properly on the microphone stand.
I know.
And we've all been there in the radio business. Nothing is more frustrating than when the microphone just doesn't set on the stand the way you want it to. And then you think you have it, and then the next thing you know, it just starts on its own to just fall.
Yeah.
And, yeah. See, that would be my suggestion. Just take it off the microphone stand and use it as a handheld mic.
Well, no, I don't want that because then I wouldn't be able to run my buttons.
Oh, well, true. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
It's just not tightening up.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. See, I think...
So when did you... I want to know how long it's going to take for... I mean, I'm sitting here laughing, but yet I've been where you're at, and there's nothing more frustrating as a radio person. Now Jeremy's looking at you. Jeremy's looking at his watch, wondering, boy, I wonder how long this is going to take, Dave.
Lay off, Shipe. Trying to get this right. Okay. You want to do a live read while
I sure can. Good job, Dave. Yes, let's do that.
It's not... Look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here's some job opportunities for you through Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership. Looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler cook in Broken Bow. This is a full-time position, great starting wage, great benefits. Looking for someone with previous experience working with infants up to 3 years old and their families. You would be purchasing food and preparing meals, complying with USDA requirements, responsible for cleaning the classroom and doing dishes, laundry, etc. That's for the toddler cook position. Also, CNCAP is looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler teacher center specialist. This would be a 40-hour per week, year-round position in Broken Bow. Good starting wage, depending on your qualifications, great benefits. Now, for this position, they are looking for someone with a Child Development Associate Certificate or an associate's or bachelor's degree in early childhood education. They would prefer someone with experience working with infants and toddlers, income-qualifying families, and past supervisory experience. You would be responsible for center coordination, supervision, and teaching. So if you'd like more information on either of these positions, contact CNCAP Human Resource Department at 745-0780. The extension is 0. Or you can apply online by going to their website, which is centralnebraskacap.com. This position will remain open until filled.
I think.
How you doing over there, Dave?
Well, I think this.
My goodness, you're like completely dismantling the microphone stand now. You're like taking it apart.
I got a piece.
You're farther away from getting it to work than you were when you began.
Well, it's a piece of crap. It's like wiggling in the... See? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Now,
all right.
see,
You doing okay?
I'm thinking maybe this
Oh,
is...
Jeremy, we might need your help.
I think this
Come on
is
in here.
scripted.
What? Yeah.
No!
Oh, nope. See, here we go. Now, this is a man thing right here. Dave has started. Dave doesn't want... He's a guy. We don't want any help, right? As men, when we start a project, by golly, we're going to finish it.
Well, I can tell you that this particular piece is stripped out.
Oh.
So the threads are not holding it tightly.
That's not good.
So even though I'm inadequate, I will be the first to admit that, I believe this is stripped out.
Okay.
So
right.
Can we put some steel wool in there or something?
I don't know. Hey, what about some duct tape?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Maybe that. Uh-oh.
My goodness, you're getting to... You're completely dismantling this microphone stand. This is
all because of a dream I had. Man.
Oh boy. Have a seat, Shipe.
Yeah, come on in.
Come on in, join us. You want me to continue to fill? there,
Well, it's
Dave,
actually-
while you're
it's actually
trying
just
to.
about news
Is
time.
it? Okay, well, let me get this one in. Circle V Stitch and Post, Broken Bow, Nebraska. Velma carries only quality garments that will complement the stitching as well as look good because she can really put together some neat things with her quality custom embroidery service, whether it be shirts or jackets or hats, maybe has your business logo on it. That'll make it stand out. Stop by to take a look at her in-stock inventory. You can choose to personalize something that she already has in stock or take a look at the various styles of merchandise that she has. Also, make sure you visit with her about great gift ideas for things like weddings or baby showers. She can personalize things like blankets and towel sets. So to find out more and to get your creation started today, call Velma at 872-6173. You'll find Circle V Stitch and Post just north of Broken Bow out on Paulson Road.
So how did this all come up? You need a mic stand, or you had a dream?
I had a
I'm hearing
dream.
all kinds of things.
Yeah, I had a dream. But I had this dream that I was going to use this mic with the Off-Broadway assisted living girls.
Oh.
And I thought, well, today that would be cool because they're coming in and it's also National Hot Tub Day. And so I just thought, well, I'll just swing this around like in my dream. But this is exactly what happens in the dreams that you have when something won't work.
Yeah.
It keeps failing and you keep trying and you wake up and you go, oh, it's just a dream. I'm going to go back to sleep. I'm going to forget about it. You go back to sleep. There you are, twisted in the microphone again. This is a nightmare in real life.
Speaking of having dreams about work, you guys ever have dreams about being late for work and then you wake up and you're just like in a panic because you believe you are late for work?
Yeah.
I've had those. I hate those.
Yeah.
My phone decided to, because I use my phone as my alarm.
Uh-huh.
My phone decided to update itself one evening, and Nicole happened to be gone those couple of days, so she usually wakes up before I do. And phone didn't turn itself back on.
Uh-oh.
So I had no alarm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Only about a half hour to 40 minutes bad. Wasn't like horrible, but I mean, and getting ready while you're rushed is the worst.
Yes.
Oh, that's
putting on clothes while you're rushed,
And-
brushing your teeth. I mean, I didn't brush my teeth, so I skipped all the unnecessary things.
And you and you like battle it for the rest of the day, don't you?
Yes,
you
you just feel like you're climbing a mountain.
Yes.
Yep.
For the rest of the day.
Kind of like what Dave's going through.
I was
with
just
this
going to say it's
microphone. Climbing a
and
mountain.
the mountain's getting taller.
Oh, see, that's the problem right there. You left a part off when you put it back together. That's what usually happens with me in projects on my cars.
I actually took it out on purpose, thinking I could tighten it up more. But I don't want to get to where I'm throwing things here because I am known to get mad and throw things.
That's when you know you're really into a project. That's when I know that I'm fully invested in a project, is when I start throwing things.
Yeah, but when you throw a hammer across the alley and it hits the neighbor's garage, it's not very good. I'll never forget that one.
Are you wearing a sports headset?
It's a new headset. I ordered 2 more, Jeremy, to see whether I could get the Sennheiser brand that would be, and I spent a little more money on them, and they're okay. But the ones that we've had for so many years, it's hard to get used to other things. But
yeah,
do they look pretty sporty?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
They look like the
fancy.
sports headsets without the mic.
Yeah,
on.
they're very comfortable.
Yes.
We better take a news break.
Okay.
You can hang, Jeremy, if you like.
I can take that mic stand out with me and work on it if you'd like.
Oh,
you
no.
know, it's not going to take points off your man card.
No, I'm not. No, I'm a man.
I started this. I'm going to finish it.
Have you seen those videos about women with their honey-do list? If you really want a man to get going on the honey-do list he's been putting off, just get a power drill out, walk into the other room, and just go and do absolutely nothing with it. Just do it into the air. Instantly, he's working on it.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Give me that.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Nashville is grieving as investigators search for a motive in a shooting at a Christian school that killed 3 9-year-olds and 3 staff members. Police Chief John Drake tells CBS.
We have a manifesto. We have a booklet. We have maps that showed the entry point into the school, the weapons that was going to be used.
Police shot and killed the 28-year-old suspect, a former student, just south of the U.S. border. A woman whose husband was injured in a fire at a migrant detention center. 39 people were killed. President Lopez Obrador says there had been a protest beforehand. They're still sizing up the devastation in Mississippi and Georgia after an EF4 tornado flattened entire communities. CBS's Omar Villafranca.
The devastation goes on for months. Days after the powerful tornado touched down, residents are still looking for anything worth saving in the debris.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL, where Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson announced on Twitter Monday, quote, as of March 2nd, I have requested a trade from the Ravens organization, end quote. Ravens head coach John Harbaugh said at the owners' meetings that he loves Lamar and is still planning on building the team's offense around him. NBA games of note, the Nuggets were hosting the 76ers. Supposed to be a battle of the top 2 MVP candidates, Joel Embiid for Philadelphia and Nikola Jokic for Denver, but Embiid took the night off, so Jokic goes for a triple-double, 25 points, 17 rebounds, 12 assists, and his Nuggets beat the 76ers 116-111. The Kings were going to snap the longest streak of missing the playoffs, 16 years, longest of any North American sports franchise, but they lost at home to the Timberwolves, 119-115, so that's on hold for at least one more game. Bucks beat the Pistons 126-117. Milwaukee, league best, 54-21 on the season. Mavericks beat the Pacers 127-104. Knicks knock off the Rockets 137-115.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have mostly sunny skies with high temperatures approaching 50. Winds becoming breezy from the southwest. For tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 19 degrees. Wednesday, a bit cooler, back to some lower 40s for high temperatures with partly sunny skies. And for your Thursday, warming up to a high of 63 degrees despite cloudy conditions. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, has the offerings you're looking for this winter to prepare for next year. As you know, every season brings new focuses. Here are theirs right now. Specials on driveline conversions, sprinkler packages, and winter maintenance specials, to name a few. If you've worked with Custer Electric and Irrigation in the past, you know that they want to get you taken care of the right way at the best price possible. They encourage you to get the work you need done scheduled as soon as possible because prices are rapidly increasing for a lot of supplies. Plus, that schedule book can only get so full. Don't forget licensed electrical work you might need done too on ag, commercial, and residential applications. Ask for a free quote. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer in Broken Bow, serving the whole area with electrical, agricultural, and commercial services. Call today at 872-7786. Follow them on Facebook or visit custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Does that sound all right? I'm on mic 4.
It sounds good, Dave. And the microphone stand seems to be holding up well. So looks like you kind of have it operational. Good job.
Okay, I got it. And
it only took you how long?
Well,
15 minutes?
Yeah, 15 maybe.
Okay.
So,
that's not bad.
20 tops.
Yeah, maybe 20. No, it wasn't 20. Maybe 15, maybe 10 to 15. But it sounds okay.
No, it sounds great. Okay. Yeah, you sound really good.
And I'm fulfilling this dream I had last night.
Okay.
Because now I have mic 4. I can face Jody with Off-Broadway Assisted Living. And I've always thought it would be kind of fun to be able to not be leaning in over there and trying to, and so I can do eye contact. You ready for some eye contact?
I am.
Okay. Just look over here.
Okay. Just over there, not at Brent.
No, you can look at Brent too.
Okay.
We like eye contact, so you will have to switch. But
okay, I can do that.
Okay, is contact all right?
It's fine.
All right, Brent, you want to do contact?
Sure. Hi, Jody.
Hello.
Nice to have you here.
Good to be here.
Jody, first of all, I don't know if you've heard this or not, but it's National Hot Tub Day.
So I did hear a little something about that on my way over this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting to see what you have in mind for me this morning.
Well, I just thought you would want to know some facts about hot tubs, since we seem to have a discrepancy what a hot tub is.
Okay.
If I can find that. Now, it's going to be so easy for me to read this because I have the microphone right in front of me, and I can look at you, and we can relate and contact.
Okay.
And you can see that now I'm not on the right page. So just bear with me here.
Okay.
I'm going to go to page 1, where it's showing that it's National Hot Tub Day.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to read this paragraph for you.
Okay.
In Mike 4.
Okay.
Because what's more relaxing than getting together with some friends and slowly stewing yourselves in a hot tub? Contrary to what you might think, the hot tub was not invented in the 1970s. A lot of people think, when Bob Bowles started using it, it was probably in 1970s. But that was not the first hot tub.
Okay.
The Japanese came up with them about 2,000 years ago. So they've been around a while. And here's another fact that you might be interested in, Jody.
Okay.
British soldiers used water from natural hot springs to soak themselves in a place now known as Bath, England. Bath,
Okay.
England. So that's where we got I'm going to go take a bath. That meant you were going to go, into a natural hot tub. Later on, come the bath in the bathroom. Then they called it the bathroom because the bath was in the bathroom, the tub.
Okay. It's always good to learn something new every day.
It's history with Dave.
Yeah.
Also, do you like cats?
No.
Okay, I won't go there then.
Okay.
It's National Cat Day. Britt, maybe you should take over for a moment.
Yeah, I don't know how you segue out of that. Do you, Jody?
I don't know.
Now, you guys don't have a hot tub at Off-Broadway, but you do have a nice whirlpool that I know a lot of your residents enjoy.
Oh, absolutely. They just think that's the highlight of their week.
Good.
And it does. It stimulates them. So they're able to relax and enjoy it, and it's all good.
Yeah. So how are things going at Off-Broadway? I think we're in this transition of seasons, I hope, coming out of winter and going towards spring. Are some of the residents getting spring fever?
Oh, yeah. We were getting cabin fever months ago.
Yeah,
all
I
of
bet.
us, I think. We're just ready to get outside and do something.
Yeah, good. So things are still going well. I know that you have a great activities director, and everybody's always doing something. And
yeah, we do. She's preparing for the spring and see what we can come up with for them. And they have all kinds of activities, and they've got the TV to watch. And so, yeah, she does really good.
Good. What about availability? We always ask you about that. I know that I think in some of your recent visits, you've talked about people moving in.
Yes.
So what is the availability right now?
It's very, very slim right now.
Mm-hmm.
We've had like you said, a lot of new ones move in, getting some more moving in here shortly. So, if you're 55 or older and you're interested in come joining us, please just give me a call, and I will set up that tour and visit with you.
Okay. I'm sure that obviously there's got to be a transition when you move into Off-Broadway, but I bet it's an enjoyable transition as you get to know people and they get to know people who are a part of the community. I'm guessing that there's a lot of good things that come out of that transition period.
There is, it is a big adjustment
Sure.
for somebody. And we know that, so we adjust with them and try to get them to make friends and socialize and join the activities and make it pleasurable for them also.
Great. Anything on the horizon that you want to talk about or mention?
Right now I am offering a $1,000 sign-on bonus for a kitchen manager, preferred to have experience. And then we do have just a few part-time positions available. We have one full-time position that will be coming up here shortly.
Okay.
Just give me a call and we'll discuss it and go from there.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Dave, how are you over there?
I'm on mic 4.
Okay. Yeah, you are on mic 4.
You kind of left out, weren't you?
No. I was listening. I was interested. I don't want to get too deep into the weeds here on insurance, but what does insurance cover at Off-Broadway as far as, does it help with lodging, or is it, how does that all work? Because I know it's very complicated. You have a lot of paperwork.
Are you talking like long-term care insurance? Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it does help with just the room and board.
It does?
Yeah.
All right. So if you have a policy, then that's something that they should talk to you about.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Come in, see if we can get that going for them.
Okay.
Because it can be a drug out
Yeah.
thing for
Yeah.
them. So
Can't imagine. But it'd be worth it if it could all be worked out.
absolutely.
Okay.
It's good.
All right. I'm going to apologize here because I met your very nice husband a couple of weeks ago. What is his first name?
Bob.
Bob. I thought it was, but then I just didn't. You know what it's like when you you want to say, "Oh, how's Bob doing?" and then you're think, "Well, what if his name's Jim?" How is Bob doing?
He's doing good.
Good.
He's doing good.
Yeah, and
Keeping busy.
Good. He's a nice guy.
Well, I kind of think so.
Yeah. And I know that he's an understanding guy because there's been times through COVID and all these things that you guys went through, and so many other care facilities went through that you weren't home a lot.
Right.
And so he's seems like he's a pretty understanding, hardworking sort of guy. Where'd you find him?
Well, so I went to school with his younger brother and sister.
And that's how you met.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
Nice.
Right. Well, tell Bob hi for me, would you?
I will.
All right.
Thank you.
And if they want to talk to you about anything that you brought up this morning, what's the number there?
308-872-2522.
2522. And they can schedule a tour with you and
Yes.
all of that.
Yep.
I know things change, are fluid as far as what's going on as far as flus and all that sort of thing, but don't come in if you're not feeling well, right?
Please consider rescheduling that appointment if it's not an essential appointment.
Okay, all right.
Visit.
Thanks, Jody.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. It's been great talking to you, just like I did on my dream last night, during my dream.
Oh, I was in your dream last night.
Yeah, we
huh?
were doing this very thing. It's deja vu.
Okay.
On mic 4. I was on mic 4 last night. I'm on mic 4 this morning. Brent's on mic 2. You're on mic 3, and I'm not even using mic 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll take a time out. Thanks, Jody.
thank you.
You're a very understanding person.
Is winter weather and the fear of falling keeping you indoors for the season? Don't fall. Give Pearson's a call. Poor balance and falls can diminish your ability to lead an active and independent life, but you don't have to accept them as a consequence of aging. Pearson Physical Therapy has been helping their patients stay on their feet and take back their independence through individualized balance training programs. Reduce your chance for falls and regain your confidence this winter by calling 308-872-5800 for a free fall risk assessment with one of our therapists. That's Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 in Broken Bow.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-330-1991. That's 1-800-330-1991. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-330-1991. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
9:18 is your time. I'm back on mic 1.
Okay.
So
all
just,
right.
but I would like to go to mic 4 in just a moment.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, just switch back and forth.
Thanks a lot.
You bet.
Would you like to move forward on a live read? I would like
sure.
to talk about the Wholeness Healing Center in just a moment.
Oh, okay. All right.
If you have a piece of literature you'd like to pass along to our lovely listeners out there.
Okay. Here's another job opportunity for you. A reminder that Custer County Court is looking for a full-time assistant clerk senior position. They're offering a good hiring bonus to join the judicial branch. Great benefits, really good starting hourly wage. Some of the things you'd be doing, performing advanced and highly responsible judicial and or administrative support for judges and judicial administrators. In the absence of the clerk magistrate or clerk of the court, the assistant clerk senior designated to assume the responsibility of the office, including deputy authority. You can also be responsible for assigning and supervising work of others within a division or divisions of the court. To take a further look at some more of the examples of work, a list of the qualifications and requirements, knowledge, skills, and abilities needed, you can check out the full posting by going to sandhillsexpress.com and click on the employment page. You can also go to statejobs.nebraska.gov for the detailed posting. Position will remain open until filled, so submit your application as soon as possible. Again, that's Custer County Court looking for a full-time assistant clerk senior position.
Thank you very much, Brent. I did want to remind folks that the Prairie Pioneer Center is closed today. We did receive word on that earlier. That's posted on Sandhills Express. They are closed today due to illness, so keep that in mind if you're thinking about going there today. Now I'm going to switch to Mike 4.
Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave making the transition.
Okay, I'm going
to
go
Mike
over to
4.
Mike 4 now.
Okay, Dave, turn the mic on. There you go.
Or should I wait? Should I swing it around? Hold on, let me swing.
Whoops. Okay. Dave's going to position the mic first. Get behind it, and then he'll turn it on, and you'll be able to hear him, folks. Just a moment. There. Oh,
testing.
There he is.
Testing.
Yes.
25 years, the Wholeness Healing Center, PC, has been working for this area. And this, again, is an honor that was bestowed on the most recent banquet put on by the Chamber, Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce. And so we want to talk a little bit about those who made it into the honors and in the booklet. And we'll continue with that. Here's information on the Wholeness Healing Center. PC was established in 1998, 25 years ago. The Wholeness Healing Center is an outpatient individual Marshall Group and family psychotherapy practice currently serving all populations. They operate in 4 sites across rural Nebraska, including near Broken Bow, Kearney, Ord, and Grand Island, where their office is. The Broken Bow site houses 4 therapists, and the practice as a whole has 18. The Employee Assistance Program provides reduced rate contracts for local businesses to provide low-cost mental health care to members of the community they serve. And we've been talking a lot about that lately. So if you're not aware of this, I'm sure you're going to find this on the new website that has been presented to us to be able to be used. And well, maybe we can get that address in a moment. But congratulations to the Wholeness Healing Center on your 25-year milestone anniversary, serving many areas, including the Broken Bow area. Congratulations.
Yes, well said.
All right. Did you want? I'd love to read another read with Mike.
Off Mike 4. Well,
yeah.
Sure. We've got a few left.
Okay.
Just let me split them up here for you. And
now I can't come over to you because I'm behind Mike 4.
Okay.
Would you reach across?
I'll try. Oh, there you go. There we go. Okay. They're in Dave's hands. I like your setup that you have right now because you've got Mike 1. You got the mics really close to one another, so you can just kind of turn from one mic to another.
I could just bring up Mike 1 now.
Now do you mind if I just share with you right now a fear that I have that could create a nightmare?
A nightmare?
Yeah. Okay. You've got both mics very close.
Yes.
All right. Here's the deal. They're both on, in the radio world, we would say they're both on separate pots. Okay.
Yes.
So here's the deal. Please, when we're done talking like live on the air, please make sure that both microphones are off.
Oh, I understand.
We don't need to leave a mic hot.
Yeah.
When we think we're off the air, but we're not. That is like the greatest fear of every radio broadcaster in America.
It is.
Yes.
I agree with that, and
Okay.
I'll try to remember to do that.
All right. I just see a potential for that.
Yes,
using two microphones. I just want to bring that to your attention.
Well, that is a lot to handle for a radio guy. 2 mics at once. It's very technical.
Yeah.
Hey, stop in the Broken Bow office of Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency and meet Tina. She's a wonderful young lady, and she'd love to have you walk in and just tell her who you are and hello, and she will welcome you. She would love also to meet with you if you're wanting to discuss home, auto, farm, and commercial needs. Their hours here in town in Broken Bow are 9 to 5 Monday through Thursday and Friday 9 to 12 or by appointment. Tina would be happy to review your current coverage, make suggestions, offer a free quote. She has several carriers to choose from. And if you don't want to get out in the cold and ice, if that's still the case or it just doesn't work out for you, no worries, she'll come to you. They hate to see anyone have an insurance claim that is a disappointment, so they make sure that they get everything covered for you. The Broken Bow office is at 914 South D Street. The phone number is 872-6996. Don't be surprised when you have a claim. Call Tina in Broken Bow or Chip in Callaway for your home, auto, farm, commercial insurance. Liana is available for questions regarding life, health, and Medicare insurance. And you can always get free quotes. I'd love to have a chance to provide insurance protection for the things that matter most to you. Now, I'm telling you, this reading is much easier on Mic 4.
Yeah?
I just feel better about it.
Yeah. Well, it looks professional. Really does. You sitting behind Mic 4.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get a Mic 5.
Well, you never know. Hey, here's another job opportunity for you. Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley is looking for some full-time seasonal and part-time seasonal help. Some of the things you'd be doing: planting plugs and bare root stock, watering, moving trays and baskets, sweeping and maintaining a clean workplace, being a cashier, working in retail sales, helping customers and answering questions, moving and arranging nursery stock for retail. You must be able to lift 25 to 50 pounds repeatedly, be self-motivated, and willing to receive feedback to improve one's performance. Monday through Friday and some weekends during the peak season, looking for people with weekend availability. Previous greenhouse nursery experience is a plus, but it's not necessary. A basic plant knowledge and interest in plants is a plus, but a willingness to learn is a must. A good starting wage. Pay will be based on experience. So if you'd like to find out more, contact Chaz at 308-325-7070. 325-7070. And we want to remind you, all of you out there, that the opening day for Sun Valley Landscaping will be April 14th. So mark your calendars now and make sure you follow them on Facebook for some information on upcoming hanging basket and succulent classes for the season.
The Quilting Shack and Cleaning Shack is located out on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow, and they want to help you with your dry cleaning at the Cleaning Shack, located inside the Quilting Shack on East Highway 2. The drop-off deadline is Wednesday by 11:30 a.m. to have it back the following Wednesday by 4 p.m. on Wednesday. The girls would love to help you with anything you'd like to tackle in the Quilting Shack. They have a lot of knowledge. They're very friendly. And don't forget, it's probably about time to get started on that summer 4-H project, and they offer 20% off on your purchase for 4-H projects. You can also find the Word of the Week on their Facebook page each week, giving you a discount on your purchase. The Quilting Shack, East Highway 2 in Broken Bow, and they got some fun things coming up in April that we're going to be telling you about very, very soon.
All right. Aren't you thankful for people that are skilled in a specific trade?
And are willing to share.
Yeah. And I'm thinking about heating and cooling guys.
Oh, boy.
Aren't you thankful for them?
We need those guys.
Yes, we do. Whether you want your home cooler or warmer, Taylor Heating and Cooling is who you should call. They are your Daikin dealers. Matt or Andy can help you decide on the best system for your home. Call them at 872-6196. Daikin does it all with less energy than your old system. Their inverter technology uses 30% less energy than traditional non-inverter systems. So while your home is cooling, your energy bill gets even cooler. They have the solutions you need for total home comfort. So give them a call today. Matt and Andy with Taylor Heating and Cooling. Their number is 872-6196.
Now, I have to ask you this. Did we used to call this Studio B or Studio A?
I think this was always Studio B.
I think you're right.
I think the AM studio where we do work for KC&I,
yes.
The KC&I studio, I think we always used it as A, at least during the time I've been here.
Yes.
Or when I first started working here.
Yes. And because it was the first studio,
yeah,
it was A.
Yeah, and this was B.
So we're in Studio B, yours truly on Mic 4.
Yeah.
Doing the breakfast show on a Tuesday. Sandhills Custom Creations. Chaz would like everyone to know, please bear with them the next couple of weeks. Chaz is on restriction from the doctor, but she will be in the office as much as possible in the mornings. Hannah will be there in the afternoons from 2 until 4. Best way to find out how you can get your projects and your products, call this number or text it, 308-212-0567. That's 308-212-0567. They thank you for all your patience during this time. It's just temporary, but sometimes things are a bit out of your control, and they would appreciate your understanding at Sandhills Custom Creations. Afternoons, Hannah will be there from 2 to 4. The phone number again, 308-212-0567. Is that all?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's all the business anyway. Well, so I've got everything crossed off the list.
You cross, or I use checks.
Do you? Yeah, I just kind of scratch off. Yeah, scribble.
Okay, that's the way you do it.
Yeah.
Well, everybody has their own way of doing things.
Exactly.
All right, I think that concludes the Tuesday show.
Okay.
Live from Studio B.
Yeah.
At KC&I KBBN Radio. And Brent Apperson is on Mic 2, has been
Hello.
speaking to you today. I have the pleasure of working on Mic 4 at this time.
Good job. So what's more comfortable for you, Mic 1 or Mic 4?
Well, for reading, like we just did, Mic 4.
Yeah.
Because it's right there, and I always feel
facing
the screen. I'm trying to read it and check the screen and look at you, and this way I just concentrate on reading.
You know, I like the 2 microphone setup for you, because Mic 1 is positioned to where it's more directly in front of the board that we use to run all of the controls. But Mic 4 is now set up in a way that gives you a better angle to look at your guests when they come in and visit with them.
That was my original thought, and that's why I think I had a dream about it.
Yeah?
Because sometimes I feel like I don't want the guests to feel like I'm not paying attention.
Right.
And sometimes when I'm using Mic 1, then I'm looking and moving commercials around and putting in music and so forth. And I feel like I don't want to slight our friends, our business partners and customers, because I just don't want to do that.
Well, eye contact is important.
You got it, man.
Yeah. Shows that you're interested in what's being said.
Don't you think Jody felt more comfortable this morning
sure.
with Mic 4
bet.
and the eye contact?
I think so. Now, let's do an experiment. Can you bring up Mic 1?
Sure.
Turn it on.
All right.
Okay, see, I don't hear a hum. I thought maybe with them being so close together, we might have a problem, but it doesn't sound like it. You could just, you could have Mic 1 and Mic 4 hot all the time. Now, again, I stress when we're on the air. And then that way you can just swing from mic to mic when you're interviewing somebody, or even you and I visiting.
Yes.
You can use Mic 4, which allows more eye contact to the guest table, which is where I'm sitting at currently. Or when you need to use the controls, introduce a song or whatever, you just swing right there. See, you just did it. Swing right over to mic number 1, and boom, you're there.
And I think if I just move this out just a little, mic 4 that is,
Yes.
just a little further, that will give me more room to swing out.
Yeah, oh, there you go.
Just swing
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
Now, like right there, and then I can, and this go over here to mic 1.
See, and I can tell you, just listening through my headset, when you did that, fluid from mic to mic. You know, there was none of that. They're close enough together to where when you go from one microphone to the other, there's, you know, it's not like all of a sudden you're talking into the mic and then you're like away from the mic before you get to the other one. It's a fluid transition.
Yeah, I think
well done.
This is just, by the way, I'm on mic 1 right now.
Yeah.
This is just an example of how many years we've been doing the breakfast show.
Yep.
And we've been doing it with this configuration for a number of years now.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, we discover how to make improvements with the same equipment that we have in the room.
Yeah.
And I think it sounds much more professional and impressive. Studio B, mic 2, mic, 4, 1, just adds a little extra, professionalism to the show.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that we've completely bored everyone out there. I think we'll take a break.
Okay.
And come back and close the show.
That'd be fantastic.
I think maybe that commercial didn't have anything in it.
So Dave's back. Dave's back on mic 1 now.
I think Brownfield was unable to fill that commercial.
That's the
with
worst,
audio.
when you hit the button and there's no audio that comes out over the air. It happens.
And that was just something that happened at 2 o'clock this morning.
Oh.
I'm on mic 4 now.
Yeah.
Because that automatically is supposed to load audio at 2 o'clock this morning. It did not.
Yeah.
Now, I caught that over on KCNI earlier this morning, but I forgot to take it out over here.
Yeah.
Now, what could have happened there is I could have freaked out.
Yep.
And went ahead and pushed the button again, and then I would have played Leonard Skinner before we were able to close the show.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people would have been happy about that.
He's back on mic 1 now, folks.
I'm on 1, yeah.
Now, see, we had team physical therapy in earlier today, and I would like to, when we get some of our physical therapist guests back in, I want you to use the mic 1, mic 4 setup, because I have a feeling that they would be for this too, because what's happening is when you had mic 1, which quite frankly is angled away from when people come to sit at the guest table, a person kind of has to, twist their neck and
lean over.
Lean over. Yeah. With the double mic setup, when you transition over to mic 4, you're looking right at the guest and your posture's better. You're not having to strain your neck as much. So I think the double mic setup for you, we may have come on to something here.
I had a dream.
It all started with a dream.
We'll try it again tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye.